It's week 5 of the NFL.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. It's out past the 20 to the 24. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And a look at the man under center, now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. The numbers for Miller in last week's ball game: 22 carries, 84 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Here's a diving catch right side. A Jacksonville first down or a pickup of 7.
Quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. 2nd down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Miller. Nifty move. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got the lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
They'll try the right side here with Miller. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here come the Cardinals now for their first drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one goes for 36 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because
the red challenge flag making an appearance. Doug Peterson not liking what he saw there. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And 22 more yards there and another first down. Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long. As one of them told us, if I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need to do, and he's gone.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cards are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
An extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 63 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Dixon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now 2nd and 3.
Second and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Now it's Smith. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On the counter, it's Miller. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, Smith. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Smith. He finds his man, complete. That's Davidson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw is Smith. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Here comes third down at 7.
Third and 7.
Now Smith. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it as we resume action. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Rutledge. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Rutledge, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First down, Cardinals.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Looking to throw. That's caught at the 2. And the Cardinals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Point after here coming up. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davidson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up second down. Running left is Miller. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the gun, here's Smith. And that is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Second and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Back to throw again. Going to throw right side here, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Second and inches at the 23-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Rutledge. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll drop to throw. Oh, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's Smith. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw here on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Colts who have the lead in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Brock Purdy. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. The Chiefs get back above 500 as they move to 3-2 with the victory. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they trail the visiting Bills in that ball game at halftime. The Bills trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. So that's a solid start to the second half. You come out of the lockers losing, thinking you're kicking it away, not going to have it, but boom, the fumble, they get it right back.
I don't know whether they even drew that up on the board or was it just said, but they had to have it. They needed a spark to get them going here in the second half, and they got it right away.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Now we're first and 10 at the 11.
Throwing is Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Smith. Nothing nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. He'll get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Racing to the end zone.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, here in this 3rd quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a 1-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourselves to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. After the interception, here's Smith. And he's got it. So the drive for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Rutledge, officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Shaw. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
1st down, Cardinals.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Up the middle they go. Rutledge. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. With the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
The touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They run off tackle left with Miller. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Smith. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Second down and 3.
Second and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Now back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 41 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Rutledge. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the Jaguars' 11-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field going through that. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
105 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Miller will get it. He has been busy today.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Back to throw, Smith.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throw left side complete. That's Dixon. They'll give him 4 yards there. Headed 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line.
Completes it to Dixon. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Smith.
That quick throw there is incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And a quick throw here that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville.
2nd and a couple.
It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Cardinal 1st down.
Up the middle they go. Rutledge. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd and 5. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. The fumble return for a Jacksonville score. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
And his kick here is good.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Smith. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Jaguars 1st down as they'll wind up getting 7 there on 4th and 3.
Again, Smith. And that's incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Smith. That is caught, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
I tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Throwing is Smith. Dixon, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. Inside handoff now, Miller. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
3rd down.
Here's Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll move him back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 9 now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. The good pickup there, 22. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Allen has it left side. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
2nd down and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now a handoff up the middle. Rutledge. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So now the Jags down by 9. Just over 1:40 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Smith.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Here's Smith. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Smith to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Smith's going to throw it.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now it's Smith. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
From talking with defensive backs and their coaches over the years, they hate to see 4 guys in a route like this because the safeties are often occupied. It creates indecision. They're unsure about who goes with who. And the quarterback, he just reads the most vulnerable safety and takes advantage of it for a big play here.
Smith now to throw.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Now Smith. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
A big play looming on 3rd down.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
A loss of 7. It's 4th down.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals.
Well, if you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack. They knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence and a little bit of verve as well.
So for the Cards, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
It's week 5 of the...
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sport.
No run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll drop to throw.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff right side. It's Dixon. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his big tight end here. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Back to throw again. And he rifles one incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback. Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the 49ers are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
Yeah, it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So now the Rams will get their first opportunity with a football.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and is doing everything in his power to follow through.
The numbers for Matthews last week: 20 carries, 66 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have a Rams first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they got a nice drive going down. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
A first down carry for Matthews. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. Going left side here, and it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Now Lawrence to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And the QB rating right now, sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the #1.
Nope, that's
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they can't bring him down. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd down, it's Dixon. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4. You talk about this Rams defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On first down, they go with Dixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
The Niners at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And the key for them, as I see it, tightening things up on defense, because the offense did its part. They played well, but defensively, way too many lapses and big plays allowed. That ultimately doomed them in their last ball game.
On third and short, it's Dixon. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Inside handoff, Matthews. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
But they'll run the option on third and short yardage.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Now Hill to return it.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 7-7, our score after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Dixon running from the shotgun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground with Dixon. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise.
And how about this, a fake? And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again.
They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Going to be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
The 49ers 26-yard line.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. They'll set up a throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll get it to Dixon, running left. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Dixon trying up the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Back to throw. And this one's incomplete. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the 49ers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
You'd hate to come all this way on a sustained drive like this and then have to settle for a field goal. So what a nice pickup on third down. And now they're set up with first and goal.
On first and goal, Dixon. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
And they'll run again.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are an extra point away from evening this one up. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Moody good with the extra point.
And we are tied at 14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Now an option play on second down.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Matthews. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Infraction defense. Unbelievable.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. A quick throw there is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Lawrence will throw.
That is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now Lawrence. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be fourth down.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive.
They'll start the drive with Dixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Up the middle they go with Dixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Over the middle, complete. It's Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back to throw now on first down. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Dixon, complete. They juked him. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll look to throw again. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Jackson's got it over the middle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
On 1st down, Lawrence.
The 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Lawrence.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Colts on top as that one approaches halftime. 2 touchdown passes there for Brock Purdy. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. The Chiefs get back above 500 as they move to 3-2 with the victory. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they trail the visiting Bills in that ball game at halftime. The Bills still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. In the first half, we saw a strong outing from Trevor Lawrence. He threw a first-quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
On second down, Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. That's long. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Lawrence.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A give left side to Matthews. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
From the 41, here's second down and 2.
They stay on the ground with Matthews again. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Needing a few yards. Here's Matthews. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Shifts past him. And boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff for Dixon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Back to throw here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 35. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Collins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. He'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. This is caught. And he is out of bounds here. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
And you know it pains them to be this close. And you know they're going to want to go for it here. But they absolutely have to kick the field goal and get this back to a one-score game. It's only logical.
His kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They start the drive with Matthews. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit.
Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. They'll drop to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with the 1st and 10. So here are the Rams to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's long. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Matthews up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back now in Los Angeles. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They'll set up to throw.
throw left side caught here by Ward. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And they call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Now a handoff right side. It's Dixon. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Dixon again. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
This now a 3rd and 4.
They'll look to throw. Touchdown 49ers. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
An extra point try now for Moody.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The football going back to the Rams now. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive. Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
The fumble recovery certainly has put them in the driver's seat. 1st and 10, all tied here in the 4th.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Dixon. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
49 yards rushing now on 23 carries so far.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year.
And the Niners have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Now Moody for the PAT.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
It's a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
A first down carry for Matthews. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On third down, Lawrence.
That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's long. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Rams on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4.
Now Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Coming right, this is Matthews.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And incomplete. He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Lawrence will throw.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, LA. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Rams are an extra point away from drawing level.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Now the try here for the point after. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now back to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Lawrence.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Back to throw. Lawrence.
And his throw here's incomplete.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Lawrence. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. As they've done all day, they run with Matthews. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So now the Niners down by 7, 37 seconds to go. Now they've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. He's back to throw. He'll get this complete to Collins, and he'll get him a 1st down up past the 40 as the clock ticks on. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he would get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7. Here's 2nd down and 3. He'll look to throw. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip, try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
One final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for L.A., they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.